Welcome to Sourced in the Spotlight. We've come to Long Eaton today to catch up with Fahad and Sajith now that they've finished their HMO conversion. This was a 2-bedroom terrace that they've turned into a 6-bedroom HMO. Let's go and have a look.
Hi. Hi, please come.
So we're now inside with Fahad and Sajith. Thank you very much for inviting us back here, guys. It is incredible to think that the space that we're in now used to be a 2-bedroom terrace property. So tell us how you've done it.
It's been really exciting and a big learning curve actually. So what we have done is basically gone back to the brick, taken all the structural walls out and then put steel beams in and made a complete shell of the house and then rebuilt back from the scratch into a 6-bedroom, 6 ensuite rooms.
And to get the 6 bedrooms, what you've done is you've taken out that floor that created the first floor in the terraced house and you've put 2 floors in instead. So now you've got a 3-story house.
That's right, yeah. So first things is the dropping of each ceiling to get the height in the 2nd floor, and then put a dormer extension and then a side and rear extension at the back to create the additional room. So that's how we created 6 rooms in total, yeah.
And so on this ground floor, we've got 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
On the middle floor, 2 bedrooms. On the top floor, we've got 2 bedrooms, which really gives it a sense of space, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
So one of the things that really sticks out when you come into this property is how coherent the design of not only the kitchen, which looks fantastic, but each of the rooms as well. Yeah. So talk us through how you made those design choices.
Okay, so there's a lot of competition for HMO rooms, on spare rooms, the high-end HMOs. So what we wanted was industrial look, but at the same time something to pop for the pictures, like a bling element.
Yeah.
So we went with black and copper, and so black for the industrial elements, and then the copper side to bring that gold, but not gold style. So that's how we have this 3-color combo, which is black, a peach color, and then the copper, and then it blends into an industrial glam kind of a genre which we created.
So you must now, every kind of homeware shop that you go into, those colours must really stick out to you because you've spent so long going around looking for those colours to add into the HMO.
Right? Yeah. So whenever I see a peach and a black and a cream wall hanging, I'm like, oh, this will work for the property, yeah.
And you'll see it, every single room is got exactly the same kind of theme.
Same thing.
Right, which really gives it that kind of high-end, homely kind of feel.
Correct, yeah. And especially with the pictures, because HMO turnover is higher, so there's a lot of sales which is done by the pictures, isn't it? So we wanted the pictures to have some difference from the other competition, yeah.
So why don't you take us around one of the rooms and tell us about how you made all your choices?
Okay, let's do that. Okay. Okay, so we wanted to create a high-end look for the HMO. So we wanted to create something which pops as well. So we went with the dark ceiling because it makes the picture looks interesting when you look at it. And because the ceiling is dark, we went with a very light overall wall. And then we brought in some copper element and industrial feel to it. So we went with the rust color, the highlight sofas, the chase they call it, I think. And then with regards to the room layout, we've got quite a bit of space in this room. So we didn't want it to be just like a big room. Instead, we wanted to create separation. So we went with this like a dwarf wall side of thing, so which creates a separation for the sitting area. And then we've got like a separation for the desk and the wardrobe, which I will just show you. So yeah, like I said, utilizing the big space here we have here, instead of having like a square room, we created these stud walls here to have sort of a separation of a desk area and then the wardrobe area, and then you walk into the ensuite. So you just have a separation of a sitting area, the bed where you can watch TV, and then you have an office desk and the wardrobe. Something different from standard HMO rooms.
We tried to use this room as a template for the rest of the house. So as Fahad explained, we wanted to make use of the space. So the theme continues across all the rooms. So every room has a dedicated desk space, a dedicated wardrobe space, and where possible, we've tried to hide that away from where the bed is, so that the room space is utilized in the best way possible.
So to buy a terrace house is going to be one of the least expensive kind of properties that you can buy, but to take the floor out of that terraced house and put in 2 new floors, that's a significant amount of work that you've done. So tell us about the numbers for the project.
So we bought the property for 140, so that was the initial bit. Then for the whole construction cost, including the dormer, the extension, the entire strip out, it was close to around 200k.
And was that handed to a main contractor? Was that all supplied by one person, or have you guys managed that project and found the different people to put that together for you?
One principal contractor who managed the entire build phase for us.
And then what's the end value of that? Because you spent more than the house is worth on changing it into this. So what does that end up being?
Well, we are looking to sit somewhere around 450.
So it will work on the commercial valuation. So because we've got 6 bedrooms here, so we are hoping, and I mean we haven't done the valuation yet, but the expectation is that it'll work on the rental figures rather than the bricks and mortar. So based on 6 rooms and the rental values for each rooms, we should be looking at 450 to 460 in the range of that.
And it's not just 6 rooms, is it? You've completely changed the layout of this property. This is clearly very different from a normal family home. This is specifically set up as a HMO, and a very high-end HMO at that.
Correct.
So it's a great job. How long has this taken you from beginning to end?
We got the keys middle of October, and then we finished end of March. So under 6 months.
Wow.
Under 6 months for the build. And prior to that would be 3-4 months. So the whole process, started last week. I think last year, April. We put in the offer, and then conveyancing took around 3 months. And then the good thing is that we did a lot of planning prior to getting the keys, so that we got the keys on October 17th, and then the build started on October 21st. So it was like a Friday. We got the keys. Monday the jobs were in.
Oh, that's good prep. That's good planning. And now the plan for this, you're going to, I presume you're going to refinance it and you're going to hold it, and it's going to be in your family creating an income for you for many years to come.
Correct. Yeah, that's the plan as of now. Yeah, so refinance it, and hopefully we can recoup most of the money which we have put in, and then hold it and rent it out and create some cash flow. Yeah.
And then on to the next project.
Yes.
And then are you already looking around for the next project?
We are actually. Yeah, we are looking, but we haven't put on offers yet because we've got this one and the previous project which is going through the sale conveyancing. So we are looking for the third one. Next one, but we haven't got the keys yet.
That brings another question to mind actually. So this is your, how many property projects have you done before this?
So we joined completely novice, property novice. We joined sourced, and then we did the training courses, and then we did a small flip. Not small at the time for us, but compared to this build, So we did a flip, which was like a 3-bedroom refurbished, and then which is going through the sale now. Which within the 1 year period, and then onto this one. So
this is just your second project?
Second project.
Complete back to brick, take out the floors, steel beams involved. Very ambitious, well done guys.
Thank you.
It's so easy to come into these projects, especially at the end, when it's all finished and it all looks as beautiful as this does, and think that everything went really smoothly. But is there anything that you would do differently if you bought another one exactly like this?
I would say this project, touch wood, went quite smoothly actually. So we did have challenges. We did have issues with building controls, making a fuss about the insulation at the bedroom too, and then making that room smaller than the specified 8 square meter which is required for a bedroom. And then we did have a lot of challenges during the build. But we did have a great project manager and principal contractor working hands-on, and the project manager who we met through sourced. So this was a collaboration of 2 franchisees actually, and she made our life so much easier because she was hands-on, the project manager would share a problem and also come up with a solution. So I wouldn't have too many things to say that I would do things differently, but yeah, it's been a good project, yeah, so far. Now it's a big moment of truth, which is the valuation and the tenant demand and stuff. So we still don't know whether the project is successful, but the build has been okay, yeah.
Definitely given us more insights as to how to do things better next time.
Yeah.
So
And the building everything from taking everything back to the brick and building everything. The entire inside is new, so it gives us confidence to take on even bigger projects, and we feel, except for the 4 walls, we've actually built a new house. So why don't we look at something bigger and things like that? So just a bit more confidence, yeah.
So for the next project, do you think you'll stay with HMOs, or do you think you'll go on to a different kind of strategy?
Do you want to answer that? Yeah.
Definitely, by doing this project, what we realized is, because as Fahad explained, we had to strip out the whole house, build it from scratch. It sort of gives us a bit more confidence to even do new builds, market conversion. So we would probably try to do, HMO would be similar, but something even more exciting.
Smaller new build, like
small new
3
builds.
houses.
Just a small
piece of land and then commercial conversions. So these are all just being ambitious. We don't know. We don't have the pot of money for it, but we just feel we could do it. So we would be keen on building a HMO portfolio, at the same time look at commercial conversions or.
And you said that this whole started with by going to the training, and it's great to go to the training. That's exactly the right place to start to learn the theory of how to do it. But there is nothing like getting to the end of a project and knowing that you've done it to then build your ambition and go on to the next step, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this was actually a classic example of a successful training, because we attended HMO training, and during the training there was this exercise of finding locations where up and coming and you see potential and stuff like that. So, and this area is up and coming with regards to industries and a lot of big units, and so it's been this is actually a result of a training. So we started talking, and then we started to collaborate on a project soon after the training, and that's how we worked on it.
And now it falls back down to you guys, because like you say, this is all about now the valuation and the tenant demand, which is something that you'd have researched when you were originally doing your numbers.
Yeah.
And looking at the project, looking at the property, I don't think you're going to have any problems with it. And now your focus changes, right? Because previously you'd been focusing on getting this project done, but now that you're here, and we talked about, this is not where the hard work stops. Now it's all about focusing on occupancy, because that creates the return that you want to put into your pocket and build your wealth, right?
Yeah.
And at that point, you've still got support. Support have helped you all the way through this, and now they're going to help you with the occupancy. How have you found that coming from your BDM, your support person?
So every time we are stuck or we have questions, the person we would go to is Rory, because he would know the answer to most of the questions.
Yeah.
So if even when we were planning about having a 6-bed HMO or to actually rent it out, the pricing, etc., we had great support from Rory as to see how to do the research, how to check out the markets. So yeah, all the way through we've had support.
And then going through with those tips for the how to manage your letting agent to make sure that they're providing that service that you need. Yeah. Again, if you need any help with that, he's going to be there to help you out.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
So it is a magnificent HMO. Huge congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see the valuation come in, and I can't wait to see you hit 100% occupancy. And also, I'm sure we can't wait to see the next project that you do, and coming down to see whenever you get that one on board. So well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.